saying on the other songs.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 528. It's Thursday, June 27, 2013, 6 p.m. Pacific Time. Internet talk radio for your imagination. Mike Matthews broadcasting from the last place on earth, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley, California. Today we hear from Benita the Rodeo Queen, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player, the Brewmaster. Plus we bring you the segment Into an Interview, featuring part one of my interview with singer-songwriter Gabrielle Graves.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And here in Podcastro Valley, it appears that now we are heading into some warmer days.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Here we are in California, and oh my gosh, we had some rain just a couple of days ago. That was a treat. And now we're going to experience some heat, and people all around the Castro are dancing and happy because of the Supreme Court decision. Oh, wait a minute, that's the Castro. This is Podcastro Valley. I made a mistake with my precision. Hey, you know what else I discovered?
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Is that Crackle.com not only has some cool shows that you can uncover,
Mike's
like the old
Daily
Patrick McDougal
Podcast
Prisoner show.
Yeah!
Which was, it's like late 60s television that is hilarious. Apparently, it was the inspiration for the TV show Lost, which I was never a fan of. But it just filmed, really old special effects where they actually had to build things and not rely on a computer to create things. They had to build it right there in real time. It's an interesting show if you can put up with some of the interesting anachronistic stuff that happens. But yeah, check it out. The Prisoner, it's on Crackle.com, as is that Jerry Seinfeld show about comedians driving in cars and getting coffee, whatever it's called. It's a pretty funny show. The one with David Letterman made me realize that, in fact, my ex-wife's uncle Leroy is David Letterman. He talks and converses just like him. It's weird. Look who just walked in, speaking of weird. Hi, Mom. It's Benita the Rodeo Queen. How y'all doing?
And it's a disgruntled fiddle player. Tell you what.
What?
Everybody knows someone that reminds them of David Letterman. It is why David Letterman has become so popular and become part of the national psyche.
I never thought of that. Yeah, he is kind of a homespun Midwest type guy. Yeah, who's hilarious. Yeah, maybe you're completely wrong. Look who just walked in as well just now.
Hello there, Mike. I make the root beer. I'm the brewmaster.
Brewmaster, a lot of people here drinking your root beer at the last place on earth. A lot of hipsters, and Benita loves those hipsters. Mike, there's something about their big untrimmed beards that make me really so overjoyed and full of hormones.
Benita, what'd I tell you about them hormones?
You told me to keep them at home.
Yeah. Hormones is what they should be more like.
All right, well, whatever you two worked out, that's great. But Downton Abbey creator Julian Fellowes is considering a role for rapper Diddy. Yes, Diddy made a spoof video for a comedy website in which he appeared in an episode of Downton Abbey, and now he could be in the real thing, according to telegraph.co.uk. Julian Fellowes, the creator of the show, says that he's considering giving Diddy a cameo role in a future episode. Quote,
I'd never say never, though I imagine he'd steal the seed, even if it was a small part.
That's my go-to British voice. Hope you enjoyed it. He said this at the Life After Stroke Awards at the Dorchester Hotel in Mayfair. Interestingly enough, that's where I was at the same exact time. I didn't hear him say that, unfortunately. No, I wish I was there. Basil's going crazy, by the way, Basil the boxer, with my British... Do you hear him shaking his collar and everything? Basil, I'm so sorry. I do not have a good British accent. You must forgive me. So, Julian Fellowes also says he enjoyed the rapper's video entitled Downton Diddy, which showed him explaining that he was to play the role of Lord Wolcott, the new owner of the country house. I loved that. I thought it was fabulous. I absolutely adored it, but I just couldn't see how he could have done it. So that should be cool. Maybe Diddy will then make an album that will talk about it. Maybe he'll do it like of all like the period British music. Oh, I would pay for that.
You know what, Mark? I'd pay for that too.
I wouldn't. I think it was silly. Like this show, it's so silly. But I thought you liked the silliness. No, I hate it, just like Basil the Boxer does. Okay, wow. You make me feel so good, Benita. Thank you. I gotta go. Bye, I love P. Diddy. I don't think it goes by that. It's just Diddy. She didn't get the memo. Well, what do you think about that? That'd be interesting at Downton Abbey with Diddy. Okay. Or maybe not. Email me, mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. I read your comments on the section emails from email. Also email me there if you'd like to be a guest on the show or if you would like to sponsor the show, mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. We also have the website, mikesdailypodcast.com. We have links there to where you can subscribe to this show in iTunes. Subscribe to us there. You get the show right away. As soon as I upload it, bam, you get it. It's wonderful how that works. And if you rank the show and comment on the show, why more people find out about us and we don't languish in obscurity, which we hate to do. There's also links to where to find us on Facebook, YouTube, Yelp, Twitter, and we have the SoundCloud. We're on SoundCloud and on Spreaker.com, too. And we have the blog and the podcast picture all at mikesdailypodcast.com, as well as the Amazon deal of the day. Buy something on the website through mikesdailypodcast.com. And the Amazon deal of the day, if you buy something through the window we have for that, by golly, we get some wonderful money that helps us not say the word by golly anymore, because that's just annoying. mikesdailypodcast.com.
Into an interview.
Hello.
Hello, Gabrielle.
Hi.
It's Gabrielle Graves. Yay. Everyone's clapping. Everyone's applauding.
I hear that. Thank you, everyone.
And it's Gabrielle Graves, and I'm Mike Matthews. This is Mike's Daily Podcast. It's good to talk to you. Where are you today?
Oh, today I am on Friday Harbor Island. It's like near Orcas. It's in Washington. And we just actually got off a boat. I just went on my first sailing, which is why we had to. I thought it was going to dock at 2, and it didn't. It docked at 3, and I was like, shoot! So I had to hurry up and run.
Wow. So your first sailing?
Yeah, we just went on this, like, it's called a schooner, and it's like a massive sailboat. It has, like, 3 sails instead of just 1, and it's, and it was kind of like it was built in the 70s, but it was modeled after, like, older ones from, like, 200 years ago, so it was pretty neat. It kind of looked like I don't know, could have been like a Viking ship or something. I don't know. It's not that big, but, it's pretty cool.
What a cool adventure.
Yeah, it was neat. I've been lucky.
So I kind of looked at your Instagram page and your Twitter, and you were talking about, I guess did you see whales or something? You saw orcas?
Yeah, we got to see some orcas. They were really far. They were probably like 300 feet away. We could barely see, but, they travel in school, so we saw a couple, maybe like 4 or 5, but they were gone. They were here and gone real quick, but it was really cool. It's never happened before.
Oh, how fun. They're really amazing, isn't it? Just like to see those, and majestic. They're so majestic.
Oh, yeah.
To think that Mother Nature has so many huge, wondrous animals. Well, nothing quite like
amazing.
the orca whale.
Yeah, there actually, I guess they spotted like a humpback whale yesterday. Two different people saw the same one, and I thought that was pretty cool because I don't know if you know anything about them, but they're massive animals.
Oh.
So I thought that was pretty neat.
So you're a singer-songwriter from North Hollywood. What are you doing up in Washington?
We are on a road trip / tour. We went and played a couple of shows in Portland, and then we went to, where was the last place we just went?
Portland.
We went on a couple camping trips, and then we played here on the island. We played one show last night, and then one the night before.
And who is your band? Who is it when you're saying we? Is it you?
So it's myself and my husband. We're traveling together, and he's playing bass, and I'm playing guitar.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
And is he playing on the album stuff too?
He is. There's also, on the album, there's also a really phenomenal guitarist. His name is Brian Evans Gill, and he is just amazing. And then there's a drummer. His name is Dane Butler. And then it was produced by Cheyenne Storm, and everything is just, I've been really lucky to work with everyone. They're just phenomenal.
Wow, Cheyenne Storm is an awesome producer name.
Yeah, right? I mean, I would totally take that name.
Gabrielle Graves, I am your producer. My name is Cheyenne Storm.
Exactly.
I wish for you to sing now. Sing for me so that I may record you for the album.
That's wow. So you are going on the most amazing tour. You are in the midst of the most amazing tour I've ever heard. All that you are seeing, you've got to come out. Well, you've got a blog about this. I didn't see a blog on your website. I saw you talk about your album that you're putting together, but some of the things that you'd like, a travelogue is what you need to do. Talk about all the neat places you're going to.
Yeah, you're right. I do. I need to, I've been writing it down, in my, whenever we go on a trip, we always get, a new journal, and we just try and fill it up with, every day, so we don't forget, because things can just become one big blur and one big memory, and you don't really remember what you did.
Right.
But you remember it was great, but you don't remember the details, and sometimes the details are the most important parts for you to actually relive that and actually remember what that felt like to actually be in that exact moment. So, I need to do that so other people can actually, read it. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one that really cares about that, so I feel like I don't want to bore people with my crap. So I feel like people more so like seeing pictures of what I'm doing. So I guess that I'm documenting via Instagram.
Yeah, there's some awesome pictures on there. What is it? Do you know off the top of your head that Instagram?
Do I what?
What's your Instagram feed?
It's G Graves Music, I believe.
That's it.
So it's I believe that's what it is.
G Graves Music, and her Twitter is @Gab Graves, which there's some fun stuff you post on that too. And you've got the 6-song limited edition EP that you're working on, right? It's a self-titled album.
Yeah.
And I heard this song, Okay.
Yeah.
And I also have a song called Okay that I do. But yours is much better.
Oh, I'm sure it's not that much better.
So I will now stop playing my song Okay and let you just play Okay from now on. But I think I thought that was a great name for a song, Okay, because you can go, this song is okay.
Yeah. Yeah. We actually, it's hard making up, I know a lot of bands have really clever names for their songs, but I'm so obvious with the names of the songs, so it's just so easy, and I don't have time to think about something that would be more interesting. But I guess okay it's just okay,
But no, I love this song. Tell me, it's more than okay. Tell me about how it came about.
So okay, that one was kind of my first, I guess, happy song, because I tend to write a lot of not necessarily depressing songs, but I have a lot of old memories that inspire songs, I guess, and they don't tend to be happy memories for me. So this one, my husband recently quit his job, and he's a pastry chef, and I don't know if you know anything about if you're friends with cooks or chefs or anything, but the life that they lead is kind of they have to endure a lot, and they work really, really long hours, and and they just work a lot. And So I was, we weren't really seeing each other, and I'm kind of on this path, this musical path, and it's kind of hard because mine's very demanding, and his is also very demanding, but in a completely different path in a different way. And so, kind of feeling, it was kind of tearing us apart, but not completely, but we were starting to feel the distance, and it was just really uncomfortable. So, he recently quit his job, not just to have time for us, but to have time for himself as well, and his family and our family. And, he quit his job, and I think that's kind of what inspired that song, and because some of the lyrics in it are, I wish, I hope, and I pray that we'll be fine, because, we don't make a lot of money, and so I think that's what music is for me. It's kind of like my money, and I think that song might be kind of like that for me.
Oh, awesome. My gosh. There's so many layers to the song. This is awesome. All right, well, we'll play it.
Yeah.
And people need to buy your album when it comes out. And so I will give out this website, GabrielleGraves.com. You made it so easy. GabrielleGraves.com. And
it wasn't taken.
That's good. And so they'll be able to find out how to buy your album when you're done with it.
Excellent.
And
I'm excited to share it.
How long do you think it needs in the oven, this album? How much longer?
It's a good question. I would say 1 more month.
1 more month.
I think if I gave the producer like a year, I think he would love that, but I'm giving him a month, so
and
that's what we're doing.
And this version of OK is a little bit different from what they'll get on the album, right? This is a little more stripped down.
Yeah, it's a little bit, there's not much, there isn't much production value behind the limited edition, which is, I think, kind of beautiful and kind of cool, because, I don't know about you, but I think we live in a world where everything is overproduced, or everything is, it's not what you hear when you go and see someone live, and oftentimes you're very disappointed, or, I don't know, but when I see musicians play and they're better than they are in the recording, that always makes me really happy. This one's not very produced, and it's just very honest and real and raw, and you get a whole lot of vocals. It's not mastered or anything yet, so it's pretty much just there are only like 100 copies of this one that I think. Oh yeah, I think I have like 90 left now. We started with like 200, and we've sold a bunch of them on this tour, so that's
good.
Pretty cool. Yeah, but once they're gone, these ones are gone, and then we're gonna press the next ones, which will be the final cut, and I'll have some more backup vocalists to record on it, and we'll put more guitar tracks down maybe, and just make it more full. And but this one's kind of just a lot of me, a whole lot of vocals. I think you'll come to find.
And no auto tuning.
Heck no.
Oh God, I hate auto tuning. Ugh. It's really tough because there are a lot of people that do use it, and that's their thing. But you can tell mostly when you listen to the recording. You can hear the robotics, the robotic quality to the auto tune, but also you can tell when you see them live, and then you've heard their recording, and it's a struggle. It really, so I don't think that it's I think it's only damaging like their progression in the long run. Wow. Well, there is definitely no auto tuning with Gabrielle Graves. It is the real deal. It's awesome sounding. So I'm going to play your song "Okay" now.
Heck yeah! Thank you. Enjoy it
on Mike's Daily Podcast.
Oh, darling, you are tired. I can see it through your smile, and I know we've been dreaming about leaving for a while. And I know it sucks and change is rough, but I wish, I hope, and I pray we'll be fine. We'll get back up should we fall. I know we can't have it all, Someday we'll live our lives for me and for you.
I know that song. As we go outside the last place on earth where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley, California, that is the song Okay by Gabrielle Graves. We will have part 2 of our interview tomorrow.
And here's today's podcast picture.
And you can see what the lovely Gabrielle Graves looks like. There's a picture of her standing in front of Los Angeles. And more about Gabrielle at GabrielleGraves.com. And you can see the picture at the website Mike'sDailyPodcast.com.
Mike, she's really pretty. I sure wish that she was a big superstar so that I could say I heard her on your show first.
You really wish that?
Yeah.
I thought you disliked my show because it's silly.
Well, yeah, it is. But I put up with it. Like I put up with the Disgruntled Fiddle Player's smelly feet.
My feet do not smell. They have an odor about them.
I don't, even if you say it with sort of a French accent, it doesn't make it any better.
Well, I wasn't doing a French accent. That was me.
Don't deny it, you're trying to do a French accent.
Okay, I hate the French, but all right. I should just move to Texas, shouldn't I?
Texas seems to be the place to be, to go there and to offend as many people who aren't white or have big trucks as possible. That's just what I've been seeing lately.
Mark, maybe you should just say that all with your British accent. It'd be more interesting than the Disgruntled Fiddle Player's French accent.
What kind of accent?
French accent.
Okay.
Well, I very much hope that we see you again tomorrow when we...
Oh. Basil's getting really irate. Tomorrow we bring you part 2 of my Into an interview with Gabrielle Graves, plus we'll hear from Madame Rootabega, Valentino the Parking Attendant, and Bison Bentley.
Mike, what's a Downton Abbey?
It's an old building with lots of white people.
Sounds like Texas.
Oh, yes, Downton Abbey is sort of a Dallas spinoff. It'd be a...
Hello and welcome to Dallas Abbey.
No.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com.
Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com.
See you tomorrow. Bye!